I am your host for today, and this is KOKMinistries, Kingdom of Knowledge Ministries, impacting generations. And I am ekfrimpongtheteacher. And today, on Staying Married, I'm saying don't control your husband in public. You may be the one calling all the shots in the house. You may be the one who directs the affairs when we are home. You may be the head of the family in disguise when we are home. You may shout and speak to your husband anyhow at home. You may be the one directing the affairs of the home. I have always said that if a wife is able to please or is able to treat his husband well, she will be the one controlling the affairs in the house. In fact, the home has one general manager, and that general manager is always the wife. The husband is like the chairman of the board and will most at time receive reports from the CEO or the GM about happenings in the home. So there is nothing wrong if the wife has a lot of power in the home or directs the affairs of the home. There is nothing wrong if the wife is the one calling all the shots, because if you treat your husband well, you may be the one calling the shots. Your husband will listen to you most of the times than even working with his own ideas and reasoning. He may come to you most at times. He may operate a very democratic atmosphere, especially depending on his leadership style. But what is important is that you should not take that boss attitude outside, especially when you go out with your husband. Outside, he is the chairman. He is the king. He is the head of the family. And therefore, because there are a lot of third parties observing, you have to be careful in instructing him as to what to do and what not to do. Most at times, in gatherings, I see a lot of wives do these things and they go wrong. They try to control their husbands. They try to direct their steps. They try to tell them what to do and what not to do. This is against the rules. This is not pleasing to any man. No man will find joy, happiness in such a woman. He may decide not to go out with you again, or it may end up as a fight which you may not understand, but it may not be because of the directive, but it is because of where you were directing him. Your husband may take a lot of directives from you in the home, in the house. When the two of you are alone, he may obey your instructions. But when you are outside, he must be the instructor. When you want to communicate to him as to the best option out, such a way that it must not go against his ego, especially if where you went to, you were invited by your husband's friend, or it it is a party of your husband and he decided to go with you. If that is the case, then you have to be careful not to affect or not to temper with his ego. Don't give him instructions out there. Don't try to control him. Don't try to carry on the same way you do at home. Because he has allowed you to take a leadership role in the house does not mean that when you are outside, you must tell him what he should do or not do. Remember, he is the head. And when you are outside, he will like to show to his friends and third parties that he is the head of the family. That ego will show its head, and that is a bad timing for you to direct him. He may fight you on the direction, but his fight is not on the direction, but on the fact that what you are doing is affecting his ego. Brothers and sisters, don't be an instructor of your husband when you are in the view of the public. Today, on staying married, I advise you, let him play that role when you are outside. Let him be the head when you are in the view of the public. But in the house, per his leadership style, you can continue to be the director-in-chief in the house. Thank you for watching. Thank you for staying here. And I hope you will make your marriage a better one. You will enjoy the sweetness and joy in marriage. Marriage is sweet, so enjoy. Remember to hit the notification button, subscribe to the channel. See you same time, God willing, next week. Bye.